We got lots of stuff happening. Hi, sweet Kimmy. Welcome, everybody. I took my thing off. Look at you can't really, it's weird if I angle it. Barely see the scar. I've got this awesome scar. Good morning, sweet Marlene. Welcome, everybody, as you're joining. We're going to talk a little bit about the truth about expectation. So I did an awesome Q&A yesterday. We were supposed to go live today. We are doing a 6-week course called Don't Diet, Be Happy, all about being happy, all about letting go of the judgments of your body and actually getting into what's true for you and what's true for your creation. Well, because I broke my wrist and everything kind of has been slightly upside down. She says, fuck yeah, I missed you. It's almost 24 hours. I know I'm missable, aren't I? Don't you guys miss me when I'm not on? I miss you when you're not on. So one of the things that I broke my wrist 3 weeks ago yesterday, and I really had to let go. I had to surrender. I had to allow the healing to happen. I couldn't type. I couldn't work in my spa, the spa I work at in Aspen. I couldn't really do much. So I had to really surrender and let go. And I got to tell you, my friends, it was really humbling. And for me personally, whenever something, I've never broken a bone. I broke my collarbone when I was 10 years old. I fell out of a tree, playing in a tree, and I fell out upside down, broke my collarbone. And yeah, kind of crazy. So in my adult life, I've never broken a bone. I tore my ACL and my MCL playing soccer in college. But it was a really humbling experience. And I know for me personally, when that happened, I went searching for the meaning. What's the meaning of this? What does it signify? Am I not paying attention? Is there something the universe wants me to learn? Is there? And so I really had to let go and surrender. I had to let go of working every day. I had to, I showed up on video, I showed up on camera, but I couldn't do what I normally do. And instead of getting upset or frustrated or going into fear, I kind of went into, all right, what's the gift in this? Because clearly there's something here for me. And I, of course, wanted to attach that it meant something, right? And I tried to sort of put all of the pieces together. But the truth is, I don't know about you, but the big lessons that invite us to become the greatness of who we are, they don't always show up immediately. It's sort of like an evolution. You get it when you get it, when you get it, when you get it. And, lessons don't just happen once and then you're done with them. Life is a never ending lesson and we learn so much. And so today I wanted to talk about the truth about expectation. So I know when I had my cast and I had surgery, the doctor was like, the surgeon said, you'll probably be able to move your hand and use it normally again in 10 days. In my head, I was like, sweet, I'll be back snowboarding. I'll be back skiing. I'll be back running up mountains. I'll be back working. I'll be back, doing my hands-on energy work. And that actually hasn't been the truth. At least I'm getting back to it. But if you guys can see, I'm still bruised. I'm still healing quite a bit. And so it's been this gentle process of, would you be willing to allow the journey to contribute to you? And so whenever we have an expectation, I was looking at this morning going, wow, expectation equals disappointment. Anytime I have an expectation, if I don't meet that expectation, I often walk away disappointed. But we do this all the time. We expect ourselves to behave a certain way. We expect not to get triggered. We expect to make lots of money. We expect to have a really successful business. We expect to have really amazing clients. Or maybe we expect to struggle and not be able to pay the bills or worry about our expectations, no matter what they are, they generally create disappointment. And so it had me thinking, what's the value of an expectation? Like if somebody, if you've ever had the experience of a sport, and we have the expected winner, and then there's the upset because the other team ends up winning. It's like expectation creates disappointment. So where does expectation fit in, and is there room for it when you are trying to create your life? Does it contribute to expanding your future? Does it give you more energy when you put expectation on you or your business or someone else? Or is it way lighter to let go of expectation and go, you know what? I'm just going to see what's possible here, and you allow the journey, the adventure, the energy, the unfolding, the curiosity, the surprise, the mystery to contribute something different. So, I don't know if this is something that you guys can relate to. So, if you can relate to expecting something and it doesn't turn out the way you expect, what happens? Do you get excited? Do you get disappointed? Do you get frustrated? Do you go into judgment of yourself? Right? We have all these insane experiences of expectation. Yeah. So Cece says the expectation puts weight on things. And we would do that for what reason? Right? We would do that for what reason? If you truly desire to create your life from consciousness, from self awareness, from constantly inviting yourself to expand your energy, to create greater, to be different, what if you stopped expecting? Stop expecting of yourself, stop expecting of others, and you start to open the door and appreciate, open the door and allow, open the door and be. And so it's pretty cool. So, today we were supposed to notice, expect, supposed to start a 6-week course called Don't Die, Be Happy. And with my arm breaking in a lot of different scenarios, I woke up this morning and I said, what is being asked of me today? If I wasn't judging my choices, if I wasn't judging the business, and we just got like, we met with the Dazzle, we met with the team, and we're like, we're postponing it till next week. And everybody went, oh, that's so much lighter because life happens, COVID happens, mistakes happen, breaking your wrist happens, like all these things happen. And so, what is actually available for you today if you let go of expectation, right? And I'm pretty excited because not only did we postpone the class for a week, most people are like, oh my God, thank you. Now we can come. We also added, because you guys have been asking for it, we added a 6-pay plan on. So I didn't really want to talk about that in this live. I really truthfully just wanted to talk about the truth about expectation. And when we expect things, we actually put pressure and heaviness and density, and like Cece says, frustration and judgment. And so, what's the opposite of expectation, right? The opposite of expectation is to have no expectation, to be interesting point of view, to have curiosity, to be an allowance. Imagine Imagine being an allowance. So, I don't know about you, but if you've ever been in a relationship with someone and they keep expecting, or if you've ever had a boss that is unrealistically sending you expectations. By the way, I've never been that boss before. I've never been of somebody who has expectations, right? It's so crazy. And so if you look at it, expectation actually is not necessarily a builder of more possibilities. Expectation doesn't actually open the door. Expectation ends up shutting the door, closing the door, destroying possibilities. And so the opposite, yeah, I love that. Cece says the opposite of expectation could also be allowance. Absolutely. See, allowance is the willingness to just be with the energy as it is, right? So, how many of you are magical creatures? Yep. But you're not necessarily in allowance of your magic, so you hide it. So you maybe place expectations on people that they should get your magic even when you're not willing to be it. That's a little cuckoo, isn't it? I'm gonna say cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And so it's so fascinating to me that, we're taught and we're trained to pay attention to the denser energies. And yet, the most successful people on the planet don't do that. They pay attention to the lightness, they pay attention to the possibilities, they pay attention to when the doors opened to something they've always wanted to create. They pay attention to all the people that are vibrating on a different level. Like Steve Jobs, if you've ever read his biography, one of the things that he did is he would say, like when he invented, right, the iPhone, one of the most brilliant inventions, by the way, right? He was like, who here can build a flat screen on a phone? And everyone's like, it can't be done. It's never been done. It's not possible. And so he went around to all these people. Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you do it? And people would say, no, I don't think it's possible. And then finally someone said, well, I could try. He's like, you're hired. You have the job. So it's never buying the limitation, never expecting that things can't be done. It's actually being an allowance. Here's what I'm going to say. Hopefully you can hear this. Being an allowance of where it can be done. So you might have an expectation to, you or a target or a dream to have a multi-million-dollar business, right? So you're like, I need to expect of myself to build a business that makes several $1,000,000. You have to be an allowance of all the ways in which the doors can be opened to it being built that way, to it showing up that way, right? But if you're like, I'm going to expect that it's going to happen this way and it has to happen this way, that's where disappointment comes in. That's where killing your creations or killing the possibilities. And so, my friends, there is no right or wrong here. This is just like, I know for me, I'll tell in myself, expected to heal my arm instantaneously. But life doesn't happen like that. Now it can. I can turn up my magic. I can turn up my healing powers. I've been seeing, I saw one client this last week and it was amazing to have a session with them. And I was like, this is what I've been asking for. And it wasn't from, oh, I'm going to heal. It was like, wow, what magic can we create here? How fast can we speed up this person's healing? And it made me look at how fast can I speed up my own healing without expecting it, but allowing it. So I hope that makes sense. I don't know if I'm speaking English. Maybe for some of you, I'm speaking Japanese, but I just wanted to, one, talk about the truth about expectation, and two, let you know that we have extended the start date of Don't Diet, Be Happy. For those of you looking to come play, it'll start next week. So you have a whole nother 7 days. And we even added a 6-pay plan onto the possibility. So if you're on our email list, we'll send out an email. If you just are finding us for the first time and you're like, who are you and what are you doing? My name's Katherine McIntosh, and I don't know, I'm a wacky, wild person who believes in all things possible. And what I know is that when we pay attention to the lighter energies, to the things that make us go, I woke up cranky this morning, and instead of energizing my cranky, I meditated. Right? I was like, well, I am going to energize the lightness and the possibility, because what I know is when a problem arises in my life, I can either go down the rabbit hole of trying to solve the problem, or I can open the door to the solution so the solution can contribute, not the problem. The more we talk about our problems, the more we energize our problems. That's why sometimes talk therapy, although it can be very helpful, in the end result, if you're talking about the same thing over and over and over and over again, expecting different results, Einstein calls that the definition of insanity. So if you want better results, if you want greater possibilities, if you want more money, if you want more ease in your relationships, start energizing the things that you desire, the things that bring you lightness, the things that you can be grateful for. So if you want to change your physical body, stop looking at your physical body as a problem and start going, what's the solution? Where's the lightness? What's the door I can open? Right? And I'm telling you, if you do this for business, if you do it for money, if you do it for your relationships, if you do it for changing your body, you will have a different life, my friends, because consciousness includes everything and judges nothing. So if you want to be a part of consciousness, stop judging you, stop making yourself wrong, stop judging your choices. Right? Can I get an amen? Are you guys with me? Hallelujah. Thumbs up, hearts, whatever's required. Yes, in the comments, because it is time for you to begin wherever you are to energize that magic. So thank you for listening. If what I said today inspired you, sparked you, you had an aha, please share it in the comments. Please feel free to share this video with anyone you think it may contribute to. Give no judgment diet a like, and we will see you on the other side of possibilities. So thanks for being here. Bye for now, and we'll see you next time.